Right, well this is a bit of a weird one because basically I didn't save the game last sort of session. I only either that or it went wrong, one or the other. So we're sort of right back at the beginning on the first month, which does ring a bell that I saved the game obviously at this point because I always say that. I was like, oh, as a baseline I'm going to save the game now. Now I know what I'm going to do because I've already done it, but it's a bit of a blow. So I think what I might do is we're just going to say this is us starting again. You know, as in like I'm going to destroy the footage that I've already done and have that in my mind and just show you this because I have already been on here. I've been on this map about 4 times and I decided I'm going to start from scratch because none of the farms could accommodate how many animals I wished. So we bought these two things, and let me remind myself, well, I don't think we bought any land at all yet. Oh no, we had 58, and we have actually put. Oh, we put my generator down. Yeah, we have. The one thing we did was put the generator down, bought this field for the base, and then I said I was going to do what I normally do, which is to go through the winter. Now, obviously, I do know that this is completely different. You can never guarantee anything. And I bought the telehandler for the shop, so we're going to buy that. We're going to do a bit of buying and selling. I do truly think that this is honestly what you would do if you moved into the area. I know a lot of people have made comments in the past about, oh well, you know, you've got a unique style in that way, as it's like, well, it's most unexpected. I've got to be honest, if you were moving in with a short amount of cash, you really could not afford to be spending an absolute fortune on equipment. If you got a sort of 500 grand to your thing, it sounds a lot of cash, but for a farmer it's not a lot at all. So really, basically, I think what I'm doing is probably one of those things, although it's not done. It should be. It's one of those things that you probably would. I just really didn't want to pull heavily like this way. Now, obviously, I do know the one good thing is, having been here before, I know exactly where the sell thing is. Obviously, the yellow and black chevrons are sort of a bit of a visual clue, and the bin or whatever it is here, this red one is really where you need to aim for if you like don't want to use zone markers on, which I don't. So let's sell you. Yes. It's made us a bit of cash. Now, let's remind myself, what were these two headers? Lizard sugar beet header, unrealistic. And a 7.5. Now, that would be useful. Not sure about that. I don't know what. Is that for future posterity, or was I going to, like, sell it straight away? Perhaps I was. Or maybe we were thinking it was sugar beet, or maybe we're just like, yeah, I mean, sometimes I do. I'm going to go with my gut. My gut says no, so I'm listening. I remember. Now, I don't want to get into a whingy session. I've sort of got into that sort of recently. The game is a big letdown in a lot of ways, but it is also very playable, and I've also made a commitment to all of the channel members to actually carry on. So yeah, I'm modding as well, so I'm going to just carry on with the modding, carry on with the game. And if Giants fail all of my mods, yeah, I got one fail on my mod, but it was not going to improve their workflow or something. I'm like, well, I wasn't really worried about your workflow. I was trying to release a mod for people to actually use that was actually all right. So yeah, I'm over it. I am. Well, obviously I'm not, because I'm going on. Ooh, that's. It's a little bit bent. Someone's like cracked the sewer sort of thing over. It is funny when you see things like that. It is amazing how the human brain is so good at picking out details that are not quite right. It is, yeah, it is so. We are so clever at the way that we look at things. Right, so then, we're at 404,171. We're going to zip through, and we do want to go till 9 because it is going like till, yeah, and we're going to go right the way through to next March, April. Totally the winds are with us or against us, because I've done this, we did alright, got some really good drops, but this time you don't know what you're going to get, whether you're going to get a tractor or not, or what. So let's just see what we get. And I mean, yeah, the other thing is we have got options. BI Industries do make a fantastic tractor as well if we don't get anything that's like that. So, another 12 metre. Now that is probably better than the 7, because that could also be used by the starter harvester. So that one too, yeah, it's too big for but we could sell it. I'm gonna literally, no, we don't want that. We don't want the CD unit. We don't want any. Yeah, buying the extras, that's the mistake. That's where you lose your money. You've got to be so careful when you're doing this. So let's grab this. We don't want any extras on this either. And we will buy that too. But that's for ourselves. Definitely. Yeah, I do like this. It is totally random, but it is a bit of a shame because we sort of had done quite well. We'd got quite a few decent things. So let's do the 7.5. We'll sell that one. You can sell them up to 2 or 3 months later. They still don't lose anything for actually doing that. Your bonus that you gain, you still gain it, which is a quite nice place to be. It's a beautiful map by Jogi, or I think it is Jogi. I think that's how in Britain we would pronounce the name. It'd be a silent J, I would say. Yeah, it was not scared me, but I kept on. Yeah, I think it's literally that opening and shutting. Yeah, you're obviously pressing it as well, which I quite like. That it's very novel. Right, so this we're going to keep. So, but we do need to shove it out of the way because there's not much room at the shop front. So I was sort of, in a way, because I did like a couple of the sessions, I don't know how, possibly I didn't hit save all of those times. There's quite a few weirdnesses going on with the game at the minute, so it could be me. I'm going to take this one on the chin. It was one of those middle of the night sessions where sometimes it can be a bit groggy, but I mean most of the things I do now by automatic, as in like you've done it so frequently that you really do like not normally forget. But I'll take this one on the chin and say it was my fault this time. Yeah, I mean Louisiana, I'm not sure what to do about it. It's totally broken, but I've never seen a map to be totally broken. But there's quite a few things that are elements that are broken since the big update again. So one thing I am going to say is it's a little less jerky. Still jerky, but it's not as jerky as it was, which that's quite good because it was quite worrying how jerky it actually was. So let's sell that too. Fantastic. Excellent. So we're obviously down a bit because we bought a bigger header. So yeah, up to 412,000. We're sort of holding our own, but also we've gained a nice size header. So we're going to zip straight the way through the months. We're not going to faff around. I say I'm not going to show the original footage. I know roughly where I'm going to go and see if there's any improvements. Yeah, there were water planes on nearly every map. This was one of the first, this and Lady Hill, where I saw the water planes that are obviously wrong. That Giants may have done a silent update since I saw this, but it was on nearly every map. So not a bad little income that. The Noah. It can be a good one, but I very rarely. I must do a let's play because I must admit it is quite useful. Do we keep that for ourselves and actually make this the let's play? I always talk about things guiding me on my journey, so why don't we actually keep the Noah? And actually we will do animals. I sort of frequently say that I allow the things that we get sort of to guide us a little bit as to the things that we're going to do, so why don't we actually do that? This could mean that for once we actually we could actually do some cattle are milkers. We could actually do that too. If we were going to do that, then it doesn't really matter if we put them in pastures. That's something I don't normally do, but it really wouldn't matter if you did stick them in pastures. It's just a matter of leaving them over time, and presumably, really, mainly the grass would feed them. So you don't really need to even go to such an extent as you normally would do. So I think that's not a bad idea. Right, so we're keeping that and that. There's a lot of it. I've got the moisture mod on, and I have seen a fire. Yeah, so a lack of moisture causes fires in the fields. I think you have to plough them to put them out. So again, it's another disaster part of the game, which that is one thing I do like. The damaged crop circles, the twisters. I'm not seeing much of those. They're a bit of a disappointment. I did see them on the American map once, but that was all. So yeah, I'm not sure. Wow, we're getting a lot of headers. Oh, now this one I like a lot. Yeah, and it's a push, one of the rare pushers. That's a very good price. I don't think even mine is that cheap. Oh wow, the extension is only 3,500. It's almost the same as mine, to be honest. So that is quite decent. I think we'll have that, but that's for ourselves, definitely. And the Colossus, that's a very good price. We could even lease, even if nothing else, for that kind of cash. That's not bad. Now that also does the sugar beets that the other one did before, and this one I think will sell. That's a very good price for that huge header. And we don't want any additions. I'm not going to buy that for us because it can be too big. It all depends on what you're going to actually get, doesn't it? So let's shift a bit of this out of the road, sell that one, and we'll definitely, well, again, we're short of a tractor typically, yeah, but I say BI Industries, we have got our own sort of tractors, and there's also the fantastic Cesaris modding ones that I think we actually got that in the sales last time, so that was quite amazing. So yeah, there is that as an option too. Remember to drop it so that it doesn't think you've still got the weight on. Yeah, it's one of those things that is, again, one of those physics things that the physics can't work it out without you, like, doing it. So 62,000, I believe these ones we're keeping. So our money is going down, but not by a lot. We've 18 odd thousand. We've got quite a few bits and bobs now. That's 4 bits. We may or may not use this. It is true. You can't always guarantee you're going to but you could lease the equipment and still do this. Have my sugar factory now does is it 5 or 7,000 litre sort of pallets. I've deliberately sort of trying to do because sugar's a difficult one. It's such a lot of sugar you get because sugar beet is such a good crop that it's one of those things that I've been putting off doing because it's all loading and unloading. But now that I've done that, I may well bring it in. It's not the best, but because of how much you do, it's not terrible either. It's a beautiful. It's a very beautiful map that Yogi's done. I've got to be honest. I'm quite impressed. Yeah, it's very authentic apart from the bent. The bent cover is the only thing so far that I've actually seen wrong. So yeah, that's. And it's one of those things. I've got to be honest. I'm laughing. It's just at the humanity of modding, myself included. It's only as a fellow modder that I'm laughing because I've got to be honest. It's a very impressive map, so I'm not seriously laughing in a bad way. It's beautiful. There's a lot of authenticity and little tiny feet. Only I've got to be honest. That I find annoying. It does annoy me a little, but apart from that, yeah, there's an awful lot of stuff here, isn't there? 30-meter one, but I've got to be honest, I'm a massive fan of the Moesca Duo. Now we can buy ours, and I'm showing it a lot of love, so we'll leave that alone. Although it isn't always a bad idea to have a couple. Really, what? Yeah, the one thing that is about this one is it doesn't show you how big it is. It shows you it's, and that's one thing that I also need as fertilizer. So that's a deal breaker to me. It is. That one we can't really do much about because we can't get to it. We could sell it. I mean, we could do with it, but it's, I'm not sure. I think I could go mover if we don't get anything like that. Now that is 8 to 40,000. But I'm going to use my own. I am. So we're going to sell that, and we're going to sell the biggie. And we haven't got a lorry, so we're going to leave that. I do like that. It is a good price, but is it it's more expensive than mine? There's a point, actually. Let's just do a comparison to my own tanker, the little one, which would be, that's up to 40,000, so that actually is quite a biggie. So it really would be equivalent to the medium general tanker, which, that's just the large medium general. It's that one there, I think, is the one that should be the only one in. That's the medium, 27, the 17. So what is, that's 14,000. Now, what does it cost you for the extension? Ah, we got the extension for free. And you can lock the dolly pin. I think we'll do it. It's cheaper than mine. It's beautiful, 40,000 litre, and we will go chrome. I really, yeah. And what is there not to like? And you can lock the pin. This is BSSBs, isn't it? I recognise the, the thing. So we will keep that. I'm a massive fan of his, actually. To be honest, he's a cracking modder. Yeah, he's watched a lot of his videos. He's not done many. That's my only thing. I wish he'd done more, because they were good. And he's very frank as a modder as well. Very frank. He's not one of those who keeps everything to himself. He does actually tell you how to do things. I like that. Yeah, not bad at all. And we will sell that. Because the thing is, if we don't get a baler, and it is a good thing, it's just not a terribly good bonus. Again, there are some things in the sales that lend themselves to you literally buying and selling, because they, like, they're not a very good sort of price like that. It's a good thing. We could do with a big one like that, we think. I mean, because you can nearly always have a windrower. Yeah, that clanging is a bit annoying. I've got to be honest, all the time. It's like every time you're near the bin, it's a bit annoying. So let's move that out of the way. So we've got a tanker, a trailer, an animal thing, a header, and a special header as well. So we're always short of really is a tractor. It's true. We could do with a tractor. And we're down to 388, so we're sort of holding our own, really, because obviously we're like sort of selling and things, and so really all of that you see there, we've almost kept, like by selling other people's things to people in the area, we're actually making quite a good business for ourselves. It's not bad, but we could really do with a tractor. It's strange, but I actually had trouble with this the first time round. It's really sort of like ironic that this is a repeat of the first time. We got the armadillo, the Fent armadillo, which is a mod that shouldn't really have been in here. It should have been in my test sort of win, but it did sort of come through. So Titan, that's a good price on that, and that one is a. Now, is this the one? Because some of them have got the thing on the back where you can actually put. Oh no, this is just the 40 meter. So I think we'll sell it because it's a very good price by Camelos. And we will sell that too. I'm not sure we're going to get much for the rice header, but we will do that too. Because it's got a big bonus, so you might make a couple of grand off that. We just don't want to have any extras. It is a very good price, but it's only for the rice. It is cheap anyway, if I remember rightly. So let's get this all sold. Yeah, there is some of these models, the Joskins, that actually have the. It's not a bad capacity. It's just I'm not a massive fan of like something as small as a 14. I'm not a massive fan of the 8s and the 10s and the 12s. And sometimes the odd time on a Let's Play, I will do it because it's what I've been given. But very rarely, if I'm honest, I've got to be totally honest. That's the type when I really don't like doing that kind of thing. Yeah, I do sort of like draw the line somewhere most of the time. I mean, I can do it. I'm not. I've done all manner of. Right, let's get the header done first. I think we should have gone the other way, and they're not always very friendly this way. There's not always. You can't always grab anything. I'm a massive fan of the Riley's work. Yeah, the Colossus range is a phenomenal bit of kit. It really is. Yeah, we made very little on that at all, but we did make. That's the important thing, really, is not to lose. Because I obviously did this quite early on and tried to figure out what is the criteria for you making your money on things, and it's just don't repair it. And yeah, don't take out any options, because both will lose you cash. Yeah, you can end up losing at that point. So, oh, will you stop it with the bin? Fantastic. So we've gone up to 401,000 again. So we didn't get anything for ourselves this time, but yeah, I mean, that's not a bad bit of kit, is it? We're in January. So let's go through to February. We're going to start in March no matter, even if we have to buy a BI tractor, which I think would be the option. I mean, there are some other tractors as well that are quite reasonable. The Fendt I like, the Fendt Xylon. It's a good thing, but the BI Industries one is a under license Deutz, and it is very, very reasonable. So, ooh, I think there's snow coming. Yeah, there is. Oh no, the 800 series. Oh, my mover. Oh, you see, we've got it ourselves. That is amazing. Excellent. Well, we're definitely going to grab that. This is the one I call the Lurcher, the 800 series. It is one of my least favourite tractors, but it is a cracker. It is. We will go for the biggie. Yeah, and it is. I mean, it's the horsepower is amazing. Reverse driving. Oh, it's got yes on it. Okay. Wheel weights. No. Mirror. Beacon light. I must get better at the beacons as well. I am really light configuration. Oh, okay. That's nice. Front PTO. Yeah, well, we do want that really. Oh. No, that is not included. Right, okay, 37,040 for quite a fast tractor. It's not got a front lifter option, has it? But that's not a deal breaker. We've got a tractor. Going to buy that, definitely. It's brilliant already. But we're going to do the bit of selling, I think, on these ones first. Yeah. And you too. We don't want that. Fantastic. We've got 1 more month, and at least, yeah, we will buy the mover. It's not a very big shop front. You literally can run out of space quickly, so I'm trying to so we've got, I mean, I love my mover, because it basically does windrowing as well as baling, and we've got a beautiful trailer as well, so it's a win-win sort of situation. I mean, I've got to be honest, if I don't get a baler, I tend to go for the mover anyway, so to get it in the sales is really quite impressive. Fantastic. Yeah, so we got a tractor. It's a start. It is. It's one of those things that I always sweat about, because you don't always get them. Yeah, and obviously, I mean, I can, as I said, really probably for less than we paid for that. But I do like to be roughly guided by what we actually get in the sales, approximately. Right, I've got a swivel. Let's just see. Can we guide this pretty much where we want it to go? We can do this. We can. Oh, okay, well, I think we're probably within range just about. Hopefully. It's a bit forgiving. Fantastic, so let's get the mover. We don't want it disappearing and going, do we? That's a good price. I do love this, yeah. I'm sort of, again, another thing, I'm sort of trying to be, something I learned in FS25, which is to be a bit choosy about your mods, as in because you can have way too many. I used to be loads and loads and loads. Right, let's just repair this as well. Oh, it's not the easiest thing to. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's really weird. Oh, yeah, and now again, I'm pressing. I just can't get used to it. It does my head in because it lurches, but it is a good tractor. Nearly sold it then. I think that was a subconscious thing. Yeah, I do like it though, and it's a. Right, so let's repair this, and let's also lift it so that it can travel. I do like the wheels on this. I'm going to use them. Yeah, they're quite amazing. They're almost like the robot wheels that. No, I think we can lift. No, I think that is it. Yeah, no, that is maximum height. Oh my life, that is a cracking. Yeah, it's really is quite amazing. Let's just push that away, and also the. So we were looking now. We've got a means of bailing, stroke windrowing. We have a trailer. We have a liquids tanker, a tractor, a means of grabbing animals, a header, and a special header. So not bad. And we've still got 364,000, but only 1 month left to go. So right, let's. Obviously, the sales are like still. We want to go to 8 o'clock, I believe. And literally in the morning, we're going to make our start. But we need to buy another field. That field is not big enough. I bought it primarily as the farmyard, but I think it'll be done as perhaps productions. Perhaps. Right, let's have a look. Ooh, the little 3 meter. No, we'll leave it. That's it. We've made it to March. So I think we are going to actually have a look. Yeah, I've got the autosave on. Right. Oh, also I've not. No, I should have done my settings. Now that's a point. If the autosave was on, then we've not changed this. So why did it not autosave then? And why have I lost? Don't tell me that really is. So that really sort of proves to me that I have, yeah, because I've done the settings here that I normally would have done, and if I haven't switched it on, you've seen me, I came in, so that really does mean that it really is a Giants thing that this has gone wrong, because the autosave is on. Let's do a normal save. So that really is a bit of a head scratcher. It really does sort of beg the question that actually I shouldn't have lost this footage that I lost, but whatever the reason, we are where we are, so yeah, what can I say? Right, so then I know what I'm going to buy, I know where we're going to go, because we've already done it once. So let's have a look. Yeah, we're going to buy 57, 56, 55. 55 more for the farmyard. This is where I built almost everything. We had 56 first, and it is a fairly, it's not a massive field, admittedly. The other bad thing is about them, one thing that I was not, you can't really do this because it's got objects on it. So I was tempted immediately to like make 2 fields out of this one, but yeah, let's just have a look. Yeah, that's not a bad field, but this is reasonable, but it's quite a good price. So this is going to be for the farmyard. Field 49. Do we go out on a limb and sort of do something a little bit daring and actually do something like that, which would only leave us 100-odd thousand, but it will mean if we do that, I'm not sure. No, I think no. I'm going to play it sort of safe-ish. We do need to scan the fields, so this is really the first session in a way. So the one thing we're going to do is we're going to lease the scanner, and we're going to scan the fields, so we can at least get that, what we've got to deal with, even though I've obviously seen it all before. So yes, scanner. Let's lease you. Absolutely yes. It's not going to be too much to actually scan this, so do we scan the original field? I'm not really intending on using it. Yeah, it's just this inactivity where it just like seems to very slowly pick up speed. It's just, for someone like myself who's terribly impatient, it's about 2 seconds before it actually goes backwards. You think, am I pressing the button? But you are. I can't wait till Akimobile releases his version of this. I'm looking forward to that with gusto. Yeah, this is a nice, beautiful way that I found on the last session to actually reach our fields, and there are sheep hanging around on the left, so I'm not sure. Yeah, these bits and bobs on you can go through them, but they'd look a bit odd if you you'd like ripped your fields so that you've got the headlands gone, because there's like these bits and bobs all over the place, which is a bit unfortunate, because I would like to rip the field. I'm just showing you that they aren't there really. They're just, then there's no collisions on them, which is quite good. Right, so although this is going to be the farmyard, we'll scan it. Or will we? No, it is a field still, so I think it'll hit us hard if we don't actually sort of scan it, is what I'm thinking. Yes, it's just the slowness of this, that the Akimobo one was just so good and like sort of speedy, like not wasting any time. The other thing that I will do is it's got some bushes that don't seem terribly bad now, but they are bad. Yeah, so all those along that edge there, they look innocent, but they really will snarl up your harvester as they did mine. So yeah, they're going. Do it when you can't see them very well, so and they're not the easiest to cut either. So now as far as we can go. Do we buy the grass field and rip it up as well and be a bit... I'm going to be a little bit conservative. I don't really know what we're doing. Also, the other thing is, if you haven't noticed, Mr. Smith, there is actually quite a bit of snow on the ground. We may have to go through March to go to April, is what I'm thinking. So we might actually do that this session. I'm presuming that means it's like Highway 30 or something, because it's got a massive 30 on it. That probably means something if you're actually... Is it a German map, I think? Oberschwaben, it sounds very, very German. And there's a little tip that is like not scanned, but bearing in mind how small that is, I think I'm not going to scan it. Let's just send that back, but we'll scan the last bit too, just to be thorough. Even though I'm not sure we're going to do it, you never know, we could do something in it, but I think it's mainly going to be productions, but we will scan it anyway, just in case I change my mind. I very much doubt I will. Yeah, so we should get this in one, really, because obviously that is... Yeah, we've got that beautiful generator, which I must get its picture and actually get the right colour on the picture. There's certain things I haven't quite done yet that I should do. Yeah, all these trees are really a pain in the backside along the side of the... they look beautiful, but they are not. They are vicious things that really will stop us. So I think... Do we try to speed up time? No, we're just going to go straight the way through. It's in April, I think. Actually, if this is the first session, at least we'll get like right up to April where we're going. And so we're down to 304,000. We have bought 2 fields, reasonable sized fields. So we've got the basis of a farm, basically. Obviously, animals. We've got the Noah. So in time, we're definitely going to grab the Noah. Send that back. You are getting old soon. Right, smashing. So then, let's have a look at our precision farming. It should be. Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, so there we go. It's not a bad section there. Reasonable there, which you can sort of see that's going to be a very green and yellow field, really. Yeah, it sort of does show you, doesn't it? It's a bit of a... That's true. I never thought about going across the road. That's right next to the shop as well. That's not a bad price, actually. Ooh, it's not. It's got cotton in it. Ooh, it would be a bit of a... I think if we're going to buy it, we'll do it in the back end, because I don't fancy doing cotton on that tiny, small scale. It's a bit... It is a bit bad, really, that kind of scale for cotton. Right, so then, we'll go through till April, and then I think we'll leave this first session. That really isn't my first session, but, like, seemingly the autosave went wrong. Because it is definitely on, and I never switched it on or off. Which means, beggars the question, why did it not save the game? Because I was on it, I literally came on this for, it was quite a long time. We'd put the fields down. I think I did almost recorded straight after the first session, put it down. I've got the footage, but I say I'm going to destroy it because there's no point in showing it because it didn't save anything. But it is a bit of a weird one. Ooh. The Rossamash. That is an unbelievable price. Now, it cannot manage the header we've got, but really, for that kind of price, I don't mean it funny, for a starting harvester, I think we will. We will. It's sometimes you just got to go for it. We'll literally lease the 6 metre header because it definitely cannot manage the other headers. Do we? I think no. It's hardly worth scrabbling around for these type of things. So it has now gone. We do need to. So we've got a harvester, we've got a header that won't work with it, and we've got 271,000, and we've got the basis of it. All we need now is a seeder, so I know what I'm going to buy, and it is a buy. I'm going to buy my other one, which I'm expecting Giants to say no to too, like they did with the fertiliser, which is almost the same. So yes, we haven't got... the thing is with this, I've got to be honest, we had it in FS25, and I wanted to do this kind of seeder, but I also wanted to observe proper proprietary, where I'm literally doing this at the proper speed of a seeder, so that it really, because you can use a caster, so we're going to buy it, yeah. And it's obviously a fantastic thing. Oh, now that is a point though, you say that, but is that field ready to actually, yeah, for us to actually go on it? Has it been like cultivated or ploughed? That's what I'm thinking. I would say it probably has, actually. It looks like it anyway, so yeah. pH value bad. We will buy my fertiliser spreader too. Also, this has been souped up a little bit. I'm celebrating the fact that I love it, even if Giants don't, but it's got the old picture, so yes. It's I think that's beautiful. It is a thing of beauty. It's a BI super duper. Oh, I must get that. Yeah, the BI. It's dropped on the ring. Again, these are some things that happen. It was right a long time ago, and then I haven't gone in it and done anything. And all of a sudden, the BI277 that you can see just hanging around under the ring, then just disappeared. And this is just like the way that things happen. So, right, okay then. So. That is, now what are we going to do, because we've already done this sort of. Now if we're going to have 55 as the farmyard, but I do think to begin with we will use the field and we won't like do what I did last time. So we're going to do, if this is going to be central to us and we're going to go like backwards as well, it really wouldn't be a bad thing. I'm trying to think, where would the best place for a buy stroke sell point be? I think seriously would probably be in the bit where you're not ever going to use, which would be down here. So I think we will actually do that, which is actually in this section here. And I'm going to use my old model that I've now got back, that I lost or thought I'd lost. I think it's, yeah, we know we're not trying to put it there. We're trying to put it on the edge of our... Oh, okay, well that's a bit... We're right on our land. How can it not be open? It's the area around it. It is. It's not... do we... I think we can need to like go that way. We definitely need to... Yeah, because I'm thinking of like grabbing it always. So I think probably like in a little so that... it's the land is not only you. Sometimes you've got to go with. Okay, let's try. That's not too bad. I'm thinking of the arm because. Right, we also need, which we will buy right now, a chainsaw. Yeah, we do definitely want to do that. So we're down to 260,000. We've got a fertiliser. We have a seeder. I think what we're going to do is, obviously, we've got our first field for our productions. If that's sort of central, which is if we're going for this set, it's actually off. Yeah, 55 is more central because I think we're going to be like doing this. I think I'm hoping that we sort of go to that extent. So this one might be for productions or something that's a bit out the way, I think, rather than, yeah, and this one's a strange shape, but we can put a nice shed or two on it, which probably I will go for the production a silo with the building that also has a generator on it as well, which is what I did the first time. I'm trying to follow very closely to what I did in that first session because I actually quite like what we did. So I think I put that in a different place. I'd put it over here, but yeah, it's not. It's a little bit out of the way, but it's also easily accessible to all of these if we're going for the ones across the road as well. So yeah. All that remains to be said is I hope you're going to join me next session on this. It's a beautiful map. It really is gorgeous. I'm quite looking forward to my time on this. Start off as a short run. I'm not sure whether, say, Pelenier it's got another year to run. So this could be the next map. I do like it. It's got a nice feel to it. So again, it could be a long-term Let's Play. So we shall see how it goes. But it's going to be a short run to begin with. So yeah, that's all that remains to be said is... goodbye for now.